Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Huh? What's a place like this doing in a library? Could this be the restricted section Lisa mentioned? Doesn't quite feel like it, though. You don't think this place is hiding some terrible secret, do you? Like those rooms you always hear about in scary stories? You know, the ones that are usually totally off limits? That's true. We just kind of waltzed in here. And it didn't seem like the lock had been broken or anything. Wait, hang on a minute. This isn't the door we came in through. Are we even in the library anymore? And what world would that be, huh? Too bad Lisa's not working today, otherwise we could ask her. Well, we're here anyhow, and this place doesn't look too dangerous. Why don't we just take a look around? New places are meant for exploring, after all. You gotta try all kinds of new things to become a good and experienced guide. Ooh, look, a stuffed wolf toy! So cute! It's so fluffy and soft. Huh. Wonder who left it here. What sort of guardian would be dozing away on the sofa like this? No danger in sight. Saw nothing means nothing happened. We should probably just leave it here for now. This place is huge, so let's keep on exploring.
Our bond is strong.
Check this out! I got you covered!
Gears of the storm. Witness my rise. Transfixed. I'll settle this.
Don't get too close! Supporting fire!
We'll see about that.
Pitiful.
Oh no! Sorry! Guests, hello! I've been waiting here for the longest time and nobody came. I was only planning to rest my eyes for a bit, but the sofa was so comfy, I guess I dozed off.
Let's I can talk!
Sure can! Talking is one of the things I can do. Alright, so... yes. Introductions are in order, aren't they? Greetings, my dear guests. My name is... Wait. What's my name?
Not sure we can help you with that one, buddy. Guess you were in a pretty deep sleep, huh? Seems like you're still waking up.
Huh? Really?
We're just messing with you. Anyway, Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Okay, great, that went well. At least this mysterious room doesn't rob everyone of their memories.
I must apologize. I must have slept for so long that I can't remember what's real and what's a dream anymore. I did have a lot of dreams while I was asleep. Okay, concentrate. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, the current me is a concierge in charge of attending to any guests that find themselves here. Yes, you may call me Wolfie.
Okay, but, if all you can remember are your dreams, what makes you think any of them are real experiences? They're just products of your imagination, right?
You mean, if it comes from my imagination, it can't be real life? Oh. Well, it sounds like you know more about that kind of thing than I do. I can't tell the difference at all. I remember a time when a horrid curse was put on me. My heart was cased in unmelting ice, and I had to spend my days in agonizing solitude, surrounded by nothing but boundless tundra. I also remember playing with Whitefang in the misty forest. We chased golden butterflies, waded through rushing streams, and shattered the very moon beneath our feet. And I'll never forget marching in that celebratory procession with the other troops, being showered in confetti as I excitedly waited for Her Majesty the Queen to bestow her honor upon me. It was glorious. To me, all these events are indistinguishable from real experiences. Take my latest dream, for instance. I remember being in a garden of forking paths, and Madame Mage said to me, "From now on, you are a concierge. Be sure to treat your guests well." And I found myself here. And like I said, I waited and waited and waited. And now, finally, 2 guests have arrived. At last, I can fulfill my duty. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, and who is this Madame Mage? Is she really just a figure from your dream? Seems like there could be more to it than just that.
Well, Madame Mage is Madame Mage, just as you, dear guests, are guests. She and her friends, oh yes, and they're all mages too. Each one of them is a master of their own type of magic, conjuring, illusions, and so on. One of them uses a quill pen to cast her spells. She has a very mysterious ink bottle that contains fantasy truth. I had a little taste when she wasn't looking, and oh my goodness was it bitter! Blech. But the other mages all love her magic. They use their powers of creation to transform her fantasy truth into true fantasy. How do they do that? I haven't the slightest idea. I'm just a toy with stuffing for brains. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, what is this place? We came in here through this one door in the library, but we were never able to open it before.
Ah, well, congratulations on your successful entry, dear guests. This is a special room, one that can only be accessed by those who are invited. Seeing as you two have this privilege, you can invite your friends to enter as well. On that note, I'd better tidy up this place as quickly as possible. Oh, and I should prepare some tea and snacks too. You don't mind if they're on the sweeter side, do you?
Of course not! Wait, before we get ahead of ourselves, mind telling us where we are exactly? Are we even still in Mondstadt?
That is a difficult question. Madam Mage created this room using magic, and I don't know magic. Still, you have my guarantee as concierge that this is a safe and comfortable place. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Yes, I saw! You were magnificent! I was completely enraptured by your performance!
What do you mean, performance?
Well, Madam Mage says that every page of a storybook is a segment of the present. I'm sure only the most distinguished of guests are able to take the stage as the story's protagonist and put on a show as spectacular as yours. What a thrilling battle! Yes, that's what every story needs to spice things up. Naturally, those are the kinds of stories I love reading the most. I wonder what would make a good title for a book about your magnificent performance. Should we call it a saga? An epic? A tale of conquest? A chronicle of combat? Choices, choices. In any case, I do hope you will be so kind as to indulge us with more of your fine performances. In fact, scratch that. I'm afraid I shall have to insist. The story of the present is waiting to be written, and you, dear guests, are the ones to fill its pages. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
This place is getting more confusing by the second, but Wolfie seems alright, so we should be fine, right? Besides, our goal is to set foot in every corner of Teyvat, and the courage to boldly go where others dare not to tread is what will take us there.
Wow, what a wonderful line! Spoken like a true adventurer!
You bet! We're the real deal!
Is that so? Well then, I'd better make sure I do my duty as concierge of this place. I hope this can be somewhere for you to rest and recuperate when you're weary, so that you can embark on your next adventure refreshed and renewed. Come back here anytime if you get tired. I'll be sure to take good care of you.
Don't be too weirded out if you see me with my mask off while we rest. I'm just getting some fresh air. This place is way too idle. It gets to you after a while. Gotta take some deep breaths. Not that I'm rushing you, of course. I'll wait until you've made your preparations in full.
The enemies we face are of a lowly breed. Deal with them however you see fit. But do not get complacent. You should expect to fend for yourself, as I am not in the habit of coming to other people's rescue. If you do encounter a foe for whom you are no match, simply make yourself scarce, and I shall deal with it in due course.
When I was little, my mother often read me bedtime stories. Back then, I thought the world was just like in those stories, and everyone led peaceful, happy lives. It was only later that I realized the difficulties and struggles many people face in society. All I can do is try my best and stay loyal to the people I care about. Now that I think about it, even though the stories are fictional, they can still help children get a good night's sleep. To me, that's enough.
You youngsters need to make sure you're getting enough exercise. You don't want to be huffing and puffing while your elders are still going strong. Why, this is a walk in the park compared to the field studies that Haravatat used to send us out on. Never mind. No point in dredging up the past. Go on, then. I suppose you ought to rest if you really are tired. I've seen too many junior scholars ruin their health for the sake of their academic pursuits. Let that be a cautionary tale. Those who fail to heed the advice of their elders do so at their own peril.
I'm afraid I still have some work to do before everything is ready. Thank you for your patience, my dear guests. If you'd like, you can take the stage and perform once more. There'll be toy medals waiting for you in treasure chests afterwards.
My lucky day.
Stand with me!
Here's Becca!
Everybody stand back!
Everlasting as the moon! Overruled!
Check this out! Supporting fire!
Teamwork is true! Dissipate! Out of my way!
Laid bare.
Truth repeats its course. Too late for regret.
How's this? Fire it up! I got you covered!
Everybody stand back! Dare to mess with me?
How's this?
You'll get frostbite. That's
Too late for regrets.
Don't get too close!
We'll see about that.
Supporting fire!
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just
Let's light it up!
and I see through you.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
You can't run unless you collect yourself. Get it together. Freshness
Have fun with this gift.
to the bone.
Fire it up!
Transfixed.
It's no problem.
Here's backup!
Flash frost.
Here to play with me. I'm going in! The merrier.
Go on. Witness my rise. Before I go on a long journey, I tend to leave the children of the House of the Hearth with some homework to complete in my absence. Many of them, however, simply play to their heart's content for most of the time I am gone, then rush to get their homework done in the final few days before my return. They believe I am none the wiser, but I have simply elected not to expose their chicanery. After all, to complete one's work in a short time frame is a skill in its own right.
I've always wanted to go off on a big, long adventure and grow old along the way, just like my dad's. I know there's a lot of bad luck waiting for me out there, and if I'm not careful, I might not have the chance to grow old at all. But my mind's made up. I have to do it. Because adventuring is my favorite thing!
You youngsters need to make sure you're getting enough exercise. You don't want to be huffing and puffing while your elders are still going strong. Never mind. No point in dressing up. I've seen too many junior...
Thanks for inviting me here. If there's nothing too urgent that needs your attention, why not take a seat and relax for a bit? I'll make you some tea. Oh, don't mention it. It's nothing, really. I'd hate to see anyone who needs my care tiring themselves out too much.
I'm afraid I still have some work to do, if you'd like.
Everybody stand! Think you can get away? Yahoo! I'll settle this.
Behold! You dare to gaze upon me? That's far enough! Squall and Fury!
Our bond is strong. Time for takeoff.
The wind rises. Bow your head! Quit following me.
Bravo! Bravo! Another spellbinding performance! Are you interested in learning any new thespian tricks? By which I mean dashing and elegant poses. In fact, what would you say to a friendly exchange? I'll teach you some thespian tricks in return for toy medals from the treasure chests. Friendship is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Ah, just the word itself gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart and my stomach.
Oh, for the love of... Please don't tell Paimon you're thinking about emergency food again! We're talking about friendship here, okay? Paimon will never understand why that's where your head goes. Anyway, are you sure you're okay with just toy medals? What can they be worth if they're just toys?
As long as you believe, even toy medals can be more valuable than gold. That is the magic of imagination. Madame Mage told me that. I can't say I entirely understand what she meant, but... The thespian tricks, I actually got those from a wish I made to Madame Mage. So long as she thinks it's a fair trade, I think it should be fine.
Sounds kinda ominous. Don't a lot of scary stories start out that way? You make a reckless wish to a wicked witch, but you end up regretting it when she forces you to pay an impossible price in return?
I believe you're misunderstanding the situation, dear guest. There is absolutely nothing to fear. To start with, mages are quite different from wicked witches. And besides, I already told you what the price is. It's the toy medals. There's no catch.
And you're sure about that?
Yes, completely! In any case, I was the one who made the wish, so if someone has to end up paying an impossible price, just leave it to me. I enjoy watching your performances, so it's well worth it as far as I'm concerned. I wonder how many blank pages are left in this book. But not to worry. Even if we run out of space, new blank pages will be added very soon. I do look forward to the day when all empty pages are filled with stories.
If it's okay with you, I think we should check all the pillars in this room, just to make sure they're sturdy. If I spend too long in one place, sooner or later, accidents happen. It's not me I'm worried about, but if I'm gonna keep on adventuring with you, we gotta make sure everybody else is safe.
You need a break already? Your travels sure have made you soft. Can't we just go and get this over with? We're not fighting a trained army here. We'll run circles around those morons. All right, suit yourself. Just don't keep me waiting too long.
I do hope I'll get to read a story about a rebellious princess. You know, the type who sheds her long, cumbersome skirts and learns equestrianism, swordplay, perhaps even medicine. She'll live freely, take to the field to defeat evil personally, and defend the people and nation by her own hand. You know what? I might just write that story myself.
So, a short rest before the big battle, huh? In that case, I think some light-hearted music is in order. Something easygoing enough to help everyone relax, but not to the point where it becomes too snooze-worthy. Take a seat wherever you like. Once you're comfortable, Der Frühling and I shall begin our serenade.
Overruled!
Supporting fire! Check this!
Dissipate! Out of my way!
Everlasting as the moon!
Fire it up! Here's backup!
How are you feeling? Try not to worry too much about the next fight. I've heard people say that having a good attitude actually benefits your health. Even if spearmanship isn't my strong suit, I'll do my best to protect you in this battle.
You can leave the trickier opponents to me. You did invite me here after all, so I'll do my part for the cause, no problem. As for what part that'll be exactly, arrange that however you wish. I can handle it.
I know that many of the younger generation see me as a sort of legendary figure. Why, my stories and my accomplishments can even be found in Kosharawar textbooks. But it does seem that people aren't quite used to having a legend living among them. No one takes my courses or pays attention to my research. Even securing research funding can be a struggle. If I were lucky enough to have one of my predecessors here in the flesh, I'd be waiting on her hand and foot, serving her tea, massaging her shoulders, asking her all sorts of questions. What happened to this generation? Where is their inquisitiveness? Where is their respect?
You intend to take a rest? I concur. You do look quite tired. Self-knowledge is a good trait to have. Better to walk at a slower pace if it means you will travel further in the end. I brought some coffee candies. Here, take one.
Illusion shattered!
Supporting fire! Check this out!
Our bond is strong!
Torn to oblivion!
Fire it up!
Gears of the storm! To dissipate! I'll settle this!
Now you shall perish!
Will you join me in a game of Karuta? It is a fine way to spend leisure time. It will help us both relax, while keeping me sharp and focused. The only thing is, it is customary for the winner to be awarded with confectionery, but I do not know whether it can be brought in here. In that case, we can celebrate the victor at the Sacred Sakura some other time. Now, are you ready to be humbled?
When I was little, my mother often read me bedtime stories. Back then, I thought the world was just like in those stories, and everyone led peaceful, happy lives. It was only later that I realized the difficulties and struggles many people face in society. All I can do is try my best and stay loyal to the people I care about. Now that I think about it, even though the stories are fictional, they can still help children get a good night's sleep. To me, that's enough.
Don't be too weirded out if you see me with my mask off while we rest. This place is... Not that I'm rushing you, of course.
You youngsters need to make sure you're getting enough exercise. I've seen too many...
Laid bare. Shine down. Time to testify. Loaded.
Wind strike. Fallen leaves.
Adorn!
Inazuma shines eternal. During my days as a wanderer, if I came upon a beautiful view and was feeling in a poetic mood, I'd stop to compose a few lines. I once thought about writing an anthology of my poems and leaving it on a shelf so I could share with others the way I felt when my eyes first met those wonderful sights. But when I looked back at the drivel I'd written, I gave up on the idea. I'm sure other travelers will get that same sense of peace from the natural world as I did, if it's meant to be. It's not often that I have the chance to take a rest before the battle is truly over. I keep asking myself, can I really afford to take a rest yet? And if there are still monsters that have not yet been vanquished, the answer is no. I cannot stop now. You'd like to join me in a moment of meditation? Oh, all right. Close your eyes. Now, join me in turning your gaze inward, to the deepest part of your being.
People often believe me to be highly focused on securing victories. I am a champion duelist, after all. The truth, however, is just the opposite. It is the spirit of the challenger that I value above all else. If someone is willing to face me head-on, they have my respect, no matter who secures the title of victor in the end. Strength is something that can be gained through experience. Courage, however, comes from within.
Before I go on a long journey, I tend to leave the children of many of them, however. They believe
I got you covered! Don't get too close!
Where evil looks, shoot on sight. Ready. I rarely encounter opportunities to rest mid-journey. During battle, slowing down is even more out of the question. However, given that this is not a solo operation, I will go along with what you think is best. In any case, this is an acceptable place for a brief period of respite.
I do hope I'll get to read a story about a rebellious princess. She'll live freely, take... You know what?
You intend to take a rest. I concur. You do look quite tired. Self-knowledge is a good trait to have. Better to walk it. I brought some coffee.
Thanks for inviting me here. If there's nothing too urgent that needs your attention, oh, don't mention it.
Transfixed!
Right now, emerge, right here. Nothing lasts forever. Right now, emerge, right here. We'll see about that.
Supporting fire! Fire it up!
Overruled!
The novels here actually aren't all that bad. But a little fried tofu and a few drinks would make things better still. So, little one, do you think you could pull a few strings and get your hands on some for me? Without them, I don't think I'll be able to muster the energy to help you explore this domain. Oh, the look on your face, so dumbfounded. I'm joking, can't you tell? Do you really believe the great Lady Guji herself would be so fickle? Stand with me! Emerge, right here. A sight to behold. Emerge, right here. Emerge.
Wretched vermin! How amused!
Time for a light show!
Our bond is strong. Lightning, right here. Emerge, right now.
Fire hazard!
Want to get some shut-eye and rest for a bit? I'll keep you company. Or, if you're not sleepy, how about we chat for a bit? Maybe I could tell you a story. Oh, sorry. Am I talking too much? I just get so excited when I'm in a new place. I want to see everything there is to see. I've always got the energy to explore. Do you think we'd ever see A in the outside world again if there were this many stories to read in her plane of euthymia? I, for one, rather doubt it. I have an idea. Let's tell her that we know a wonderful little domain full of light novels and tricolor dango. It's high time she got out of Tenshukaku for a bit. Ah, yes, and dango milk, too. They don't have it here. Well, don't look at me, little one. That's your job. Sort it out. Where there's a will, there's a way.
No, I don't want to chat. What are you making that face for? I thought you knew my deal by now. Fine, you can talk, and I'll sit over there and listen. Happy now?
Have fun!
Cry louder! Unsightly insects!
Hunt them down. Loaded.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Gears of the storm!
Know your place!
Time to testify. Ready.
I messed up, Jab.
Truth repeats it? No sense of respect! Shadow Raven!
Squall infuriate! You dare to gaze upon me?
Hunt them down.
Fury!
Loaded.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Gears of the storm! Those who lurk within this place are but lowly pawns, the last remnants of the usurper's army. By the time the Princessend of Ertelung stands before them, my bolts of downfall will have long since severed their ties with the forces of fate. My subjects will surely sing their songs of praise, but to the Princessin, this is but one more triumph to add to the annals.
You call crushing ants a challenge? The novelty of these little scuffles quickly wore off for me. Now it's just tedious. It amazes me that some people enjoy it so much. Keep up if you want my help. I don't want to be stuck here all day.
I know that many of the younger generations, but it does seem, if I were lucky.
I think I'll read a little before the next battle begins. Please refrain from recommending something like a newspaper. I recognize that short-form articles may be a fitting choice, considering the limited amount of time at our disposal, but they're simply not to my taste.
Want me to come along?
Cry louder! Behold!
By royal decree!
Ready. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Time to testify. Loaded.
Oz!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Unsightly insects! Squall and fury!
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight into the shadows.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
One with nature. Time to go. I must remain calm, as one with wind and cloud.
By
Wretched vermin! The wind rises.
Too slow.
I don't believe anyone enjoys taking up arms and going to war, unless they're seeking to fulfill some other desire. Whenever the sound of clashing blades fades into the distance, I appreciate the silence that follows all the more. Too quiet for you? Then I'll play a tune on the leaf, so you can be surrounded with the sound of nature.
You need a break already? Your travels sure have made you soft. Can't we just go and get this over with? We're not... All right.
People often believe me to be highly focused on securing victories. I am a champion duelist, after all. The truth, however, is just the opposite. It is the spirit of the challenger that I value above all else. If someone is willing to face me head-on, they have my respect. Strength is something that can...
Traveler from another world, you have the princess's permission to enjoy a brief moment of peace. But be ready. For once I have peered into this dark dominion and beheld the treachery within. I shall rain down thundering retribution upon this place. And when the curtain of doom falls, thou shalt give it thy full undivided attention. Dare to mess with me?
Clouds high. The birds...
Oz, reveal thy...
The process of elimination. Ha! Flicker.
Wings of darkness!
Truth repeats its course.
I summon thee!
Scatter.
By royal decree!
Wind Strider! Fallen leaves! Adorn my...
Have fun with this gift!
The process of elimination. As you wish, mein Fräulein.
As one with wind and cloud!
Flicker.
Gears of the storm!
Fallen leaves! Adorn my...
Wings of darkness!
Scatter.
Too late for regrets!
Quite a few books. Storybooks, mostly. A rare sight in the House of Dana. They claim it would distract the students from their studies. But if the fate of a student's studies depends on externally imposed restrictions, whether to storybooks or otherwise, they won't make it far in academia. Quite a few books. Storybooks, most, but if...
There are many reasons why a samurai might draw their blade, but the principle is always the same. To do what they know in their heart is right. Though we walk a perilous path where powerful foes face us at every turn, and though I cannot sense what lies at its end, I tread onwards with no fear in my heart. My mind is at ease, for I tread this path in your company.
Huh? This is supposed to be out of print! I've been looking for this for ages! I can't believe it! I wonder what else there is around here that I've been missing. I mean, the scrolls of destiny that anchored this realm in time and space make for a rather interesting read. Oz, lend me thy beak and lift the veil of darkness. By the power of my Ode de Verurtelang, the tears and suffering described herein shall be etched in my memory. And so shall I bestow upon them my blessing.
One is fast on one's feet. Try to keep pace.
You want me on your team?
Let's get out there and make some friends.
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Stray clouds convert! I'm going in!
Diffract! Sick!
Well now.
Cut to the chase.
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward!
Let's light it up! Didn't see that coming. Ha! Adventure time! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Yeah!
A process of elimination.
Yeah! Scatter! Seize the skies!
Let's light it up! Huh. Huh. Ha! Everybody stand back!
Don't blink! Huh?
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Stray clouds converge!
Let's light it up!
Speed of light!
Flicker. I need more time. I got you covered!
I'm going in!
Don't get too close!
Nowhere to hide.
Here come the fireworks!
Check this out!
Incoming!
Supporting fire!
Ow! Everybody stand back!
Speed of light!
Time for a light show!
too close! I got you covered!
I'm going in! Fuse is lit!
Fire it up!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Incoming! Hey! Time for a light show! Lighter, please!
Hello, dear guests. Please, come here. I have some good news to share with you. This took much longer than it should have. But in any case, at long last, the new stage is ready for action. Put on a spectacular show for your audience, and you will receive a key that opens the door to the world within the painting.
Whoa, hold up! First storybook, now a world inside a painting? This place is making less and less sense all the time.
I know what you mean, but as I read in a storybook once, if a magician reveals all their tricks to the audience, it robs them of the surprise. So, it's quite right that things don't make sense. Madame Mage's magic is just like love. Not something to try and make sense of, but something you just feel.
Fair enough, that explanation sorta works. But anyway, about this new world within the painting stage. Is it any different from the other stage?
The world within the painting is a world of many rules. This new stage will put friendship and trust to the test. A classic tale. And all those who pass the test will receive a small blessing from Madame Mage.
Ooh, is it a good luck spell or something? Like, Yep, good point. We should be careful what we wish for.
I assure you, there's nothing to be nervous about. The paint is already on the canvas, and Madame Mage's blessing is no longer a secret. If you're ready, you can step onto the world within the painting stage and see for yourself. As you embark on your new adventure, do as they do in the stories. Whistle your favorite tune, cast your worries aside, and keep courage in your heart.
If it's okay with you, I think we should check all the pillars in this room. If I spent... It's not me.
Our foes grow in strength, but that isn't entirely a bad thing. You need constant challenges to keep your skills strong and your judgment sharp. Otherwise, you lose your edge. There's no useful experience to be gleaned from plateauing. We've got each other's backs, so let's push ourselves today.
There are so many enemies here. If all of them were written into a yokai story, it'd be dark long before you finish just reading the names out. But fear not, the invincible Yoimi is here to save you from the clutches of the evil yokai! Okay, that was a little embarrassing, but I sounded pretty cool, right?
Sounds good to me.
Dare to mess with me?
Check this out! Here's backup!
Dissipate!
This is where you fall. Transfixed!
Fire it up! I got you covered!
Truth repeats its course. I'll settle this. Our bond is strong.
Laid bare.
Yeah! Skyward! Seize the skies! Time to testify.
Check this out! Here's backup!
Have fun with this gift!
Yeah! Skyward! Ready.
Too late, bird!
Make way for the Adeptus! Scatter! Skyward!
Don't get too close! Supporting fire!
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight! This domain is filled with mystery, but one fears that we shall miss much if we are too hasty to proceed. Perhaps we could pause for a moment. There's little of interest in this area. And if we were to while away the time through conversation, our throats would surely grow parched. Shall one fashion a supreme tea brewing machine one of these days? That way the fragrance of tea shall be ours to enjoy wherever we please. Ah, yes. A capital idea indeed.
I rarely encounter opportunities to rest mid. However, in any case,
Well, since you asked so nicely.
Good eye.
Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right here, right now. Emerge.
Wind strider, clouds high. The birds.
Then everybody stand!
Time to testify. Enough!
Right here, right now. Emerge. Right now.
Hunt them down.
During my days as a wanderer, I once thought of, but when I...
Dear me, is it time to go off and fight again already? All this running around is getting quite exasperating. I have half a mind to transform into a kitsune and hitch a ride on your shoulder. You'd like that, wouldn't you? In your dreams. Oh, little one, you've still got a long way before Yae Miko the Wise and Beautiful permits you to see her true form.
I can't wait any longer!
Emerge. Right now. I'm always watching. Right here. Emerge. Come on out.
As one with wind and cloud.
Teamwork is trick. Fire hazard. Right now. Emerge. Right now.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
I'm going in! Time for a light show! Emerge, right now, right here. A sight to behold. Emerge, right now, right here.
As one with wind and cloud!
That's close enough.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Right now, right here. Fire hazard! Emerge. Right now. I'm always watching. Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Wind Strider!
Time for a light show!
The novels here actually aren't all that bad. So, little one, do you think you could pull a few strings and get your hands on some for me?
There are so many enemies here. If all of them were written into a yokai story, it'd be dark long before you finish just reading the names out. But fear not. The infant...
Think you can get away? Here we go! Booba, get them! Eat this!
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Let's play! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Hey, ya!
Stand with me. Lightning, purified.
Time for takeoff. Here we go!
This is where you fall. Overruled.
Nice and spicy! You're toast! Brace yourselves!
The hearth! Now it's extinguished.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Hey-ya!
Everlasting as the moon!
Our bond is strong.
Nice and spicy.
Out of my way! Think you can get away?
You're toast!
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Brace yourselves. Time for takeoff.
Booba, get them! Eat this!
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Dissipate! Lightning, purify! Think you can get away?
Out of the frying pan, into the...
Stand with me! How rude! Here we go! Time for takeoff.
Booba, get them!
Transfixed.
I imagine you'll want to keep fighting soon. Do you want a bite to eat first? You know you love my cooking. You should never work on an empty stomach. More importantly, a proper meal will put you in a good mood, and you'll handle yourself better in a crisis. Here, some chopsticks for ya. Don't be shy now. Dig in.
There's a lot of fascinating stories in these books. Don't be put off by the dusty old pages. Give them a chance, and in the blink of an eye, these tales will waft into the air to the sound of the lyre and blend into the sweetness of the breeze. Pick a story you like. Let's try it out.
In the name of the Prinzessin!
can get away? Yahoo! Phew! Ha! Yeah! Ha! This isn't good! Time to go! Oz, reveal thyself! Brace yourselves! Time for takeoff!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Yahoo! Wouldn't gliding fire hazard! By royal decree! Go! The fuse is lit! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oz, brace yourselves! Is it my time?
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Stray clouds convert!
By royal decree, time for a light show! Higher, higher, pants on fire!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Skyward! Scatter! Seize the skies!
No rest for the wicked.
Yeah! Skyward!
Fire hazard!
Scatter! Make way for the Adeptus!
Oz, reveal thyself! Time for a light show! Time to go! Shadow Raven!
Yeah! Skyward!
Fire hazard! Oh, that hurt.
Yeah!
See?
When storytellers tell tales pertaining to oneself, they often resort to slapdash stitchwork derived from decrepit documents, garnished with a glut of aggrandizement. Entertaining, to be sure, but do not believe everything you hear. Of course, if you wish to hear the truth, you need only ask me. In fact, one is suddenly reminded of an old tale. It begins with a gathering of the Adepti at Dreyun Karst.
Huh? This is supposed to be out of print! I've been looking for this for ages! Ahem. Oz. Once I was old enough, I started reading popular novels. Some of them would end by having the dead come back to life and living happily ever after. I know it's only make-believe, but still, it always ruined the story for me. If death isn't final, there are no stakes, so it kind of makes everything that happened up to that point meaningless. To everything, there is a season. A time to be born, a time to die. That is the truth. You can't have a satisfactory ending if death isn't final.
There are so many enemies here, but fear
Let's get down to business.
An insurmountable problem, I presume?
nice and spicy.
Think you can get away?
You're toast!
By royal decree,
Time for a light show!
Let's play!
As you wish, main.
Time for takeoff!
Gotta watch it.
Here we go! Think you can get away?
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Hey! Oz, reveal... Fire hazard! Boba, get...
Yahoo! Here we go! Time for takeoff!
Eat this! Nice and spicy! The festival... Him into the fire! You're...
Think you can get away? Let's play!
By royal decree, time for a light show!
Brace yourselves!
Midnight Phantasm.
Eat this!
Time for takeoff!
Nice and spicy!
Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Oz revealed by your toast! The fuse is lit!
Oh, fizzled out.
Let night fall!
Here we go! You sure don't need to worry about me getting bored here. I am spoiled for choice with all these books. I hardly know where to start. I want to memorize all the interesting parts so I can go back and tell them to my friends. Oh, right. That's another thing I meant to ask. Which of these books do you recommend? I want to know what kind of stories you're into.
Huh? This is supposed to be out of print! Oz! Only a handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
There's a lot of fascinating stories in these books. Don't be put off by the dusty old pages. Give them a chance, and in the blink of an eye, these tales will waft into the air to the sound of the lyre and blend into the sweetness of the breeze. Pick a story you like. Let's try it out.
Overruled!
With sword comes shadow.
Torn to oblivion! What?
Laid bare!
There is no escape!
Higher, higher, pants on fire!
This is where you fall.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Transfixed! Go on! This shall... Overruled!
There is no escape!
Time to go!
Go on! Witness my rise!
With sword comes shadow. Incoming! Hey! Don't blink!
Now you shall perish! Under full sight.
By fire! Cut to the chase! Incoming! Hey!
Transfixed! This is where you fall. Laid bare.
If we wish to forge a new future, we cannot expect to stick to the same path trod by our forebears. And yet, many of the principles put forth in ancient writings are versatile in their application, so it is wise to be versed in the past as we consider the future. These days, I tend to take a look at any relevant historical records whenever I have an important decision to make. I always find it helps me come up with some good ideas.
We're not in any hurry to get going, are we? Let's chill here for a bit. When the cat's away, the mice will play. And so they should, 'cause it's only a matter of time before the cat gets back and gobbles all the mice up. So like I said, no need to hurry. The mice will be there for us when we're ready.
I know you are a formidable warrior, but we must not underestimate the monsters in this domain. They seem to come in endless waves. Nor should you be afraid. I am here to answer your call, and I will stay by your side until every mystery here has been uncovered. With this blade, I shall slay any foe that comes our way.
You intend to take a rest. Self-knowledge is... I brought some coffee.